they...
I think they're absolutely regretting it, but they're not going to say anything.
The majority are regretting it, but they are keeping it undercover.
You know, I'm 65 years old. It's the best administration I've been around in my whole life.
He did more in the first 24 hours than I think any president has.
Yeah.
The media just hates Trump. I don't know why, but they just don't like him. They have an agenda, and the agenda is against Trump. What's that called, TDS?
What is going on, everyone? James Klug here. We've heard from the media and many prominent Democrats that people are regretting their vote for Donald Trump. So is this an actual thing? Today we're going to find out. Let's go talk to some people. Did you vote for Donald Trump or no?
Of course I voted for Donald Trump.
Of course you voted for Donald Trump. The media is talking about this. Prominent Democrats are talking about this, saying that Trump supporters are regretting their vote. Do you regret your vote for Donald Trump?
Heck no.
Why heck no?
Because he closed the border.
Big closure on the border.
Yeah, big closure on the border. And I like DOGE. How you pronounce that?
Doge.
I love him and Elon Musk and Doge.
Okay.
And a man is a man and a woman is a woman.
Common sense.
Common sense. That's why I got it.
Do you guys regret your vote?
No, I don't regret it at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I couldn't picture Kamala Harris being, no way.
Well, do you think she would have fixed the border?
No, she had 3 years to fix it. She did nothing.
What about you, sir?
Not at all either. I think that Donald Trump said what he was going to do, and he's doing it. And that's what's pissing everybody off. That's why you're getting the reaction you're getting. It's because he's following through. So the liberal media can't handle it, and they can't take it, and they don't know what to do with it. So they try to find something like the jet. They're going to give you the jet. So why are you going to take a gift? You know, so they come up with stuff like that, and it makes no sense.
I know it's 100 days in, but for you, what do you see him following through on when it comes to Donald Trump's presidency so far? Oh, a bit over 100 days right now, of course. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so first of all, he said he was going to lower the prices of all the food and all the energy. He's totally doing it. He's stopping wars.
Do you guys regret your vote for Donald Trump?
Absolutely not. Not at all.
Why do you not regret your vote for Donald Trump?
The guy's a legend. Yeah. And things are looking up, so we're excited. He did more in the first 24 hours than I think any president has.
Yeah.
But especially in the schools and the education system, you know, what they're teaching, and yeah, he's influencing a whole, next generation. So it's important.
Kind of the return to normalcy agenda, perhaps.
Yes.
Right. This is the best administration I've been. I'm 65 years old. It's the best administration I've been around in my whole life. I mean, what's going on right now is really what had to it's saving our country. It's the fact that he's hunkering down and doing what we should have done for a long time.
For sure.
I am so disappointed in our politicians, that we vote in and they go after their votes instead of going after what's best for the American people. And it's so frustrating. It really is. And I am so grateful for Donald Trump and Elon and all the rest of his administration. I think he's done a wonderful job.
We've been talking to Trump supporters about regretting their vote. The media, a lot of prominent Democrats were saying that. I haven't found any. They're very excited about what's going on. Do you think they should regret it?
Well, internationally, perhaps not. Internal, I don't know. The man is just so ambiguous where he stands with the European problems, with Ukraine. It's just he's always just moving the cheese, and nobody can forecast where they want to go.
Yeah, he's kind of moving around, huh?
Right, and
do you want to do that when you're negotiating for deals?
Well, the art of the deal.
Is he doing the art of the deal right now, my man?
Perhaps.
Did you vote for Kamala Harris?
Yes.
Do you think Trump supporters should regret their vote for Donald Trump? That's the main question.
Yes.
Yes. Why do you think so? What is he doing that they did not sign up for?
He's a freaking idiot.
He's an idiot?
Yes.
Do you think they just, maybe Trump supporters didn't know that before they voted for him the third time?
No, I think the people that voted for him probably are, for the most part, people that are in the $1 million range on a yearly salary, so it benefited them.
Trump did overperform with working class when it came to unions and all that stuff. What do you think's going on there?
I think he has some pros, but unfortunately the cons outweigh it for me.
What are the cons so far? We got to hear it. What should people regret voting for?
Folks, the American dream is under attack, and hardworking patriots like you are being crushed under mountains of debt. Why? Because creditors love debt. They want you stuck in their high-interest trap. They want you drowning in student loans, credit card debt, and high-interest rates, because when you are broke, they're making money. So what do? You take control, you fight back, and that starts with PDS Debt. They have helped hundreds of thousands of people live debt-free. PDS Debt goes beyond the numbers to understand your unique financial situation and craft a personalized plan designed just for you. And they have alternative solutions to becoming debt-free. There's no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save more, pay off your debt faster, and start putting money back where it belongs. In your pocket. PDS Debt is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, boasts thousands of 5-star reviews on Google, and holds a 5-star rating on Trustpilot. And the reason is pretty obvious. PDS has helped hundreds of thousands of people get out of debt. If you've been in debt, you know how stressful it is. You know how hopeless you can feel. I have friends and family that have struggled with debt, and I wish they had PDS to help. PDS Debt has customized options for anyone struggling with credit cards, personal loans, collections, medical bills, and more. If this is something you're struggling with, you're just 30 seconds away from starting to get out from under the weight of debt. Get your free assessment and find the best option for you right now at pdsdebt.com/Klug. That is pdsdebt.com/Klug, pdsdebt.com/Klug. Let's get back into this video.
It's just his public speaking is the biggest part for me. I feel like a lot of the decisions he's made, he's been swayed by people who aren't in a political office, Elon Musk being one of them, to take away funding for public education and for PBS and public radio. I think is a bad decision. It's already bad enough. This generation is scary going into the next realm, but little kids.
So Doge, I mean, a lot of Trump supporters that I speak with are excited about Doge. We'll continue talking to them today about Doge. They should be, what's negative about Doge? Do you think that we shouldn't have been cutting costs in the federal government? Or you just don't like where it's being cut?
I don't like where it's being cut.
And specifically, you were saying education department?
Yes.
When it comes to local schools, right? Majority of their funding, like 95% coming from state and local government.
Yes.
And then education department, since it was implemented, like what, 1979, 1980? Education, do you think it's improved in the country since it's been implemented? They spent about $3 trillion on the education department. Do you think it's improved education?
I think somewhat. I still feel that the U.S. needs to improve as a whole because out of all the countries, we're probably one that doesn't put that much pressure on education. It's get by, get out, and let's go.
Impressive jobs report, record low illegal crossings at the southern border, inflation lowest since February 2021.
I know the stats.
Do you think it's generally speaking going pretty well for people that voted for him?
No. If you look at Middle America, where it's based on soybean and pork bellies, they're hurting. He's going to lose that base, But
if he does, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
You think they?
I think they're absolutely regretting it, but they're not going to say anything.
Okay, so
it's gotten to the point where,
if it's a secret, when are they going to say it?
I think they'd be disappointed, personally. It's just too radical, but that's what we've created.
We're talking to both conservatives and liberals today.
They do, but most won't admit it.
Okay, so most won't admit it.
Yeah. I think there are two kinds. One, they're regretting it and they're speaking out about it, but the majority are regretting it, but they are keeping it undercover.
Okay.
I think some may be coming to regret it. Yeah, definitely.
Why? What is it do you think that they're regretting their vote for?
You can see right through.
See right through.
I don't think he's political enough for the USA. He's not a good representative of the country.
Because it's going to hurt them personally in their wallet.
Do you think most of them regret it now, or do you think they're going to regret it?
Some do now. All of them will regret it soon.
Okay.
As soon as things actually happen, it will be bad.
Yeah. Did we need government spending, the waste taken care of? Yep. Did we need to get rid of all those jobs right away? Probably not.
Nobody's tried this, and nobody seemed like they were going to do anything about it. So what is the wrong way?
Should a South African be doing it? Should he see all of our, our files that are critical? I wish they would have had a person right next to him that was a little more to the middle, that was really watching what they're doing, because we're not watching what they're doing.
Yeah, I've heard some people. Well, Elon Musk, he's an American, right?
Yes.
So I have heard an immigrant. Yes. I have heard people saying they wish. Yes, yes. To clarify, right?
Yes.
I have heard people saying that they kind of wanted him behind the picture just because the position and the, him as a figure has been polarizing. I don't really know who wouldn't be a polarizing figure if they were heading Doge.
Yeah.
And are they supposed to be monitored and supervised by people that are career politicians that haven't done anything about
No,
the spending?
but someone
you know
that's
what I mean?
centrist.
Right,
that's
right,
gonna
right. So I
look
see what
over-
you're saying.
And
Okay.
Elon Musk, he's made billions being with Trump right now.
I just got to clarify for the audience. Tesla is in the dumpster right now, as well as Elon Musk's
but
net worth.
They had 4 cars in front of the White House,
Yeah.
and Trump was boosting his car. I don't know.
But I'm
just
curious.
seems a little weird.
Piggybacking on that, though, are you making the argument that he's looking to make money longer term, or are you saying he's making money right now? Because he seems to be losing billions right now. But what do you think?
Long term, he's going to be making a lot of money. He's getting contracts for cars, for the Secret Service. They're all going to be Teslas. I guess he got the contract for that. So yeah, he's going to make billions.
I like him because he's like a builder. I'm a general contractor too, so.
Do you think that's who Donald Trump kind of appeals to? Is the working class, the builders, the?
Yeah, because he's made his money like on his own. He's not getting, he donates all the money he gets being president to charities and stuff.
A common thing that a lot of Democrats will bring up is a reason for regretting your vote would be Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. They're selling it as a bad thing. What do you think? Is that a reason to regret your vote, Doge?
No, on the contrary, I think it's really what needed to happen. There's so much bloat and it's no different than business. Any business that goes along without audits for a long period of time, they dig into it. It's no different. It needed to happen, and it's tough. My heart goes out to the people that are losing their jobs and stuff. But if we don't do that, our country's going to go bankrupt, and the downturn then is going to be much worse than what we're facing right now. So I would say on the contrary, I think, and what Elon has done, the beating that he's taken because of what he's done is shameful. It really is, in my opinion.
You can take a look around and see that there is a lot of waste within just a lot of government agencies, local and federal. I think it's good to cut down on that. It tends to save the American taxpayer a lot of money.
Trump has done a lot in the short period of time already. I know people don't like that he's worked so quickly, but he's only got 4 years. And if he didn't do it now, nobody's done it in the past at all. It's just not going to happen. Right. It's just too slow a process. And then by the time somebody says something that we're going to do this or that, it never happens.
Yeah,
so
it almost makes you feel like nobody wanted to change anything.
Yeah, I think so.
Why do you not regret your vote?
Okay, number one, it's just over 100 days. You got to give the man a chance. I mean, what did Biden do in 4 years?
Biden did a lot, actually. He created the worst border crisis in American history.
Yeah.
So you have to give him props for that.
Exactly.
I'm giving him a full 2 years before I start judging anybody on anything, so it takes a while to get things done.
Yeah, no, I understand that. We're a little bit early, but a lot of people around the 100-day mark, a lot of people start talking about what they're happy with, what they're not happy with. But for you, you're waiting a couple years.
If you're gonna build like a custom home or something like that, it's gonna take a couple years. Got to give him a chance.
Did you vote?
No.
You didn't?
No, I didn't. I've always mentioned on if I were to vote, just based on what was being told, what was said at press conferences, I would have went for Trump. The Democrats, I wasn't really feeling them.
I think yes.
You think yes? Why do you think so?
I think a lot of people who are really into politics are more so like caught up in the wind of the momentum. So being that there's a lot of flack in the media, I think, a lot of people are probably second guessing some of their enthusiasm that they may have had just a few months ago.
Do you think that the media has treated the Trump administration fairly so far?
No. I guess no.
Why do you feel that way?
I think because they get more traction pandering or targeting people who want to kind of have a emotionally charged response to issues. So I think propaganda and whatever the news cycle is just used to kind of control people's emotions.
Right. Do you think that the media has been covering Donald Trump's administration fairly?
Yes.
I do. I feel like they've reported on everything. I think that there were some things that were probably taken out of context in the way that they publicized them, or I hope that they were.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. they did the same thing with Joe Biden.
Well, the
and
reason
Democrats.
I'm glad you brought that up because we are talking. There's a lot of people talking about the Media Research Center's study that they do, first 100 days on a president. Donald Trump, from major media outlets, 92% negative coverage on his administration's first 100 days, compared to 69% positive coverage for Joe Biden. What are your thoughts about that? If you think that they're covering him fairly, what do you think's going on there?
It might not be fairly. But I think there's a lot of truth being said by the media.
92% negative news coverage from our corporate media on Donald Trump's first 100 days. Does that sound biased or no?
I think that in anything that sometimes there's going to be a biased opinion, and whether you pay attention to it or not, it really is up to you.
Right. If it's not biased, what do you think's going on there?
He did bad things during his first 100 days, and therefore the coverage was bad because they were reporting on the bad things he did. So, if you don't like the coverage, think about it.
It's completely biased, in my opinion. And I try to look at the different news outlets, and but so much of what I see, they turn this stuff into a negative, and I just everything is negative. It doesn't matter what it is. I think that it's shameful. I just don't trust the media at all. I just don't trust anything that I hear anymore. That's why I go to YouTube. I listen to different people that I see, and you see the different. I think the media is just blowing it, man. And I think that America's starting to see that.
They've been on his back negatively since 2016. The media just hates Trump. I don't know why, but they just don't like him. They don't like him, man. NBC, ABC, CBS. It's so they have an agenda, and the agenda is against Trump. What's that called? TDS?
Yeah. Trump derangement syndrome, they call it.
They have it real bad, so it's kind of hard even listening to the news these days.
Right. Just too negative, huh?
Yeah, I hate to give Fox a plug, but that's about the only place I go now.
Fox is coming off as balanced nowadays, huh?
Yeah, very balanced,
Well, it is biased, and it's good that you keep hearing them call it out just over and over, fake news, because they're losing credibility in a lot of ways. And so hopefully people are wise to that, and they see that it's just unfair and biased. And journalism should be reporting, not like, let's present one side.
Whatever particular news stations are slanted against him, that's all you'll hear is the negative. And the other way around too. You'll have the other ones that will just blow him up like he's the second coming and he's just doing such an amazing job. It's hard to find that middle ground.
When it comes down to Democrats, I'll talk to Democrats that think that Trump supporters, they should regret their vote for Donald Trump. Maybe they say that Donald Trump's racist or a fascist. What would your response to those people be? Just curious.
I think they're just going for the last card that they have in the deck. They'll say all kinds of wild things to get people to vote against him, but he's not a fascist, and they call him Hitler and all that stuff. That's just false. That's what he calls that fake press. What does he call it?
Fake news.
Fake news. It's all fake news.
Okay.
So they'll say anything to try to get some attention. They don't have much to work with. That's their, I hate to say it, but that's their Trump card.
Nowadays, from my experience, like me being brown skin, right? I haven't experienced any racism, really. It hasn't stopped me from accomplishing anything that I want to do in this life, Yeah. And for them to use that against Donald Trump, it just seems like going again how it correlates with the Democratic Party using racism to gain the black votes, but also calling Donald Trump a racist. Oh, we're for the black people. We know you're oppressed, and this is all. You can't do this because you're black and because of your skin color. But he's the racist one. You don't want to vote for him. You know what I'm saying? How
you can't do this because your skin color, but this guy's racist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for starters, never listen to a Democrat because they lie, cheat, steal, deceive, and destroy. That's all they're good for. Remember, they owned slaves and they started the KKK. Those people, they're worthless.
He's actually for the people. He's not improving his own self and his own life. He's sacrificing, sleep, time, pleasure, all to benefit our country and the people of our country. And just even seeing how the military, he's going to increase their wages, I think that's great. And he said substantially. So that's good because they deserve it. And obviously there's money that could be put to different places to benefit people like them.
Yeah, we've recently discovered that there's a lot of extra money going a lot of random places. So perhaps that's an option for sure.
I don't think my life is based upon all his decisions. You know, that's the one thing I've noticed about friends who didn't vote for Trump, that they're all upset about the way he is making decisions. And so far the decisions he's made hasn't had a direct impact on me. But I also come from a faith perspective, so I recognize that God is in control, and he has allowed Trump to be in office for such a time as this and for a purpose and a plan that I trust. And so and just like I also thought that with Biden too.
You know, you see Trump and he's not one person here, and off camera he's somebody else. Is what he is. You don't have to see behind walls he's somebody else. He speaks the common man's language. Like when he called those countries S-hole countries. I mean, it is what it is, you know, straight out. You know, I say, yes, that's exactly what they, you know, it is what it is, you know. I hate to say it's good versus evil, but that's basically what it is.
I voted for him for 3 times, all 3 times, and this has been the time that I felt most confident in that voice, in that vote, because of the fact I saw a more human side of him that really connected to the people and resonated to the people.
I'm very pleased that he's working, and he's working quickly, and I agree with most of his policies. So anyway, I'm a happy voter.
All right, guys, that is it for today. So we couldn't find any Trump supporters that regretted their vote, but let me know your thoughts about these conversations down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe for more videos, and hit that bell notification button so you are notified next time I post. And I'll catch you all in the next one. And as always, thank you to our founder tier members for supporting the channel. Shout out to, get their name up on the screen. Eric, how many founder tier members do we have now?
2.
2. Okay, we have 2. Shout out to you guys. Thank you to everybody that has become a member. But if you want your name displayed at the end of the videos, become a founder tier member today. Catch you guys later. What are your thoughts? Yeah, well said. Thank you, Molly.